Okay, so good morning everyone. Welcome to CAP Engineering Video Tutorials. Okay, so ito ay continuation ng Part 1, Properties of Soil in Geotechnical Engineering. Wherein in Part 1, na-discuss na natin yung basic concept ng properties of soil. At na-derive din natin doon yung basic formulas niya. Okay? So, ito sa part 2, mag-sample problems tayo. No? May 4 na sample problems tayo dito. Okay? So, una tayo sa problem 1.1. Okay? So, for a moist soil sample, the following are given. Okay? Total volume, which is equal to 1.5 cubic meter. Total mass is equal to 2570 kilogram. Moisture content is equal to 9.5%. Specific gravity of soil solids is equal to 2.71. Determine the following. Okay, A. Moist unit weight in kilonewton per cubic meter. Determine the dry unit weight in kilonewton per cubic meter. Determine the volume of water in the soil sample in cubic meter. Okay? So, una tayo sa A, no? So, paano natin solvein yung A? Okay, so A. So, we know that the moist unit weight is equal to weight ng moist divided by the total volume. Okay? And then, we know that the total volume is given, which is equal to 1.5 cubic meter. Okay? Ito yung total volume niya. Okay? And then, weight ng mass. Okay? Take note, the total mass is 2,570 kg. This is the total mass of the moist sample. Okay? So, ang aim natin is the moist unit weight. Okay? So, which is in kilonewton per cubic meter. Okay? Pero, kilogram siya, i-convert natin to into weight. Okay? Convert natin to into weight. Okay? So, ito yung gawin natin. Okay? So, unit weight ng moist is equal to 2,570 kg times 9.81. Okay, so kilogram times meter per second squared, this is equivalent to Newton. Okay, this is equivalent to Newton. Okay, and then para makilonewton siya, i-divide natin to ng 1,000 Newton. Okay, so divided by 1.5 cubic meter. Okay, so explain ko lang yung unit niya, no? So, ito yung unit niya. So, kilogram, okay, times the gravity, which is the unit of the gravity is meter per second squared. Okay, this is represent in Newton. Okay, this is represent in Newton. And then, para makilonewton siya, okay, i-times lang natin to ng 1 kilonewton. Okay, divided by 1,000 Newton. Okay, so cancel to. So, therefore, the remaining is in kilonewton. Okay, so this is in kilonewton divided by cubic meter. Okay, so our answer will be 16.81 kilonewton per cubic meter. And this will be our final answer. Okay, so B. Okay, so determine the dry unit weight of in kilonewton per cubic meter. Okay, so dry unit weight is equal to the moist ng unit weight ng moist divided by 1 plus moisture content. Okay? 'Di ba dalawa yung formula niya? Okay, ito yung unang formula na derive natin. So unit weight dry is equal to GS over 1 plus E, okay, times unit weight ng water. Okay, this is the first formula na derive natin sa dry unit weight soil. Okay? And ito naman yung pangalawa. Okay? Para ma-explain yung solution natin, ito yung dapat gamitin natin. Okay? Ito yung ma-explain solution niya. So, ito yung gamitin formula natin. Okay? So, therefore, the dry unit weight of a soil is equal to 16.81 divided by 1 plus 0.095. Okay? Which is equivalent to 15.35 kilonewton per cubic meter, and this will be our final answer. Okay? Okay, C. How about the volume of water in the soil sample in cubic meter? Excuse me. Okay. So, ang aim natin is to solve the volume of water present sa moist soil sample. So, itong moist sample niya, ilang kubiko ng water ba present sa moist soil? Okay? So, ang una natin gawin is kailangan magplano muna tayo, no? Para yung solution natin is may direction, no? Hindi pwede tayo na mag-solve lang na walang patutunguhan, no? So kailangan magplano muna tayo. Okay? So ito yung gawin natin. Okay? Kung ma-solve lang natin yung mass ng water niya, okay? Kung ma-solve lang natin yung mass ng water present at soil, we can solve the the volume of water. Okay? If we can solve the mass of water, okay? If we can solve this one, okay? Using the formula of unit weight of water is equal mass, no? Ito yung density yung gamitin natin. Okay? So density of water is equal to mass ng water, okay, divided by volume of water. Okay? And then, the density of water is always constant. That is equal to 1,000 kilogram per cubic meter. Okay? Kung ma-solve lang natin to, okay, we can solve this one. Okay? So, yun yung plano natin. Okay? So, let's start. Okay? So, para magkaroon tayo ng mass, so gamit tayo ng moisture content niya. Okay, so moisture content is equal to weight ng water divided by weight ng solids. Or, mass ng water divided by mass ng solids. Okay, take note. Moisture content can be in terms by weight or by mass. Okay? Because weight ng water over weight ng solids. Okay, this is equivalent to weight ng water is weight ng water is equal to mass ng water, okay, times the gravity, no? And then weight ng solid is equal to mass ng solids times gravity. Okay? And then cancel lang to. So matitira lang talaga is ito lang. Or that is equivalent to mass ng water divided by mass ng solids. Okay? So ito yung solution niya. So, therefore, the moisture content, okay, so 0.095, ito yung moisture content niya, is equal to mass ng water divided by mass ng solids. Okay, take note. Ng mass ng water is equal to mass ng moist minus mass ng solids. Diba yung properties ng moist soil niya, kung in terms by weight or in terms by mass, ang i-consider lang natin yung mass ng water and mass na solids. No, walang mass ng air. Because mass ng air is negligible. Okay, gets nyo? Okay, that's why the mass ng water is equal to mass ng moist soil, which is moist, is equivalent to mass ng water plus mass na solids. Okay? And then, para ma-water to, minus lang natin to ng mass ng solids. Para matira dito is mass ng water lang talaga. Okay? Divided by mass ng solids. Okay? So, therefore, we can solve now the mass of solids. Okay? So, mass ng water, okay? Diba, mass ng water, okay, is equal to mass ng moist minus mass ng solids. Okay? Ito yon. So, therefore, the mass of water is equal to 2570 minus 2347.03, which is equivalent to 222.97 kg. Okay? Ito na yung mass ng water. Okay? Ito na yung mass ng water niya. Okay, next. Okay, so therefore, the volume of water is equal to mass ng water divided by the density of water, which is equivalent to 222.97 kg divided by 1,000 kg per cubic meter, which is equivalent to 0.223 cubic meter. And this will be our final answer. Okay, gets nyo? Okay. Okay, how about alternative solution? No? So, kailangan may alternative solution tayo. Okay, so take note, no? Sa first solution natin, yung answer niya is 0.223 cubic meter. Okay? So, alternative solution tayo. So, ito na yung na-solve natin kanina, which is moist unit weight is 16.81 and then dry unit weight is 15.35 cubic meter. Okay? So, ito yung explain ko lang, no? Kung i-explain ko lang muna to. Okay? So, kung sabihin kong ang unit weight ng moist niya is 16.81 kilonewton per cubic meter. So, anong ibig sabihin nito? Anong ibig sabihin nito? Okay. Anong ibig sabihin nito? So, ang ibig sabihin nito is, in every 1 cubic meter of soil, there is equivalent 16.81 kilonewton ng moist soil. Okay, take note. Ako, ulitin ko ha. Ulitin ko. Okay, in every 1 cubic meter of soil sample nito, may equivalent 16.81 kilonewton siya. Okay? Nakuha, na-gets nyo? Na-gets nyo? Okay? How about this one? Which is equivalent to dry unit weight is equal to 15.35 kilonewton per cubic meter. No? Anong ibig sabihin naman ito? Okay? So, ang ibig sabihin naman ito is, in every cubic meter of this soil sample, no, may equivalent 15.35 kilonewton ng dry soil. Okay? Dry soil. Okay? So, i-consolidate ko. So, may kag 16.81 kilonewton per cubic meter. So, in every cubic meter, there is 16.81 kilonewton of moist soil. Okay? Gets nyo? And ito naman sa dry, in every cubic meter, there is equivalent 15.35 kilonewton of dry soil. Okay? Kuha nyo? Okay, so ito yung dapat solution natin. Okay? Mag-assume lang tayo na every 1 cubic meter. Assume lang tayo na every 1 cubic meter. So, weight ng water divided by per cubic meter, which is equivalent to 16.81 minus 15.35 kilonewton per cubic meter. Di ba yung mass ng, yung weight ng dry is i-consider lang niya is ang weight ng solids lang talaga. Okay? Wherein, in weight ng moist is weight ng water plus weight ng solids. Okay? Kung isa-subtract ko tong dalawang to, okay? Kung isa-subtract ko to at ito, ang matitira lang dito is weight ng water. Okay? Per cubic meter of soil. Okay? Gets nyo? Na-gets nyo? Okay, so ito yung solution niya. So, in every cubic meter of soil, there is 1.46 kilonewton per cubic meter. Okay? Nakuha nyo? Okay, so 1.46 kilonewton per cubic meter. Okay? That will be our weight ng water per cubic meter of soil. Okay? Per cubic meter of soil. Okay? Take note that the total volume niya is 1.5 cubic meter. Okay? Ang assumption natin dito is in every 1 cubic meter. Okay? So, how to solve the weight ng water? Okay? So, how about, ang next step natin is to solve the weight of water. Okay? In every 1.5 cubic meter. Okay? So, yung 1.46 per cubic meter, i-times lang natin to ng 1.5 cubic meter. This is the total volume. Okay? Because, ito yung totoong volume niya. Okay? Ito yung totoong volume niya. Okay? And then, ito is in every cubic meter of soil lang to. Okay? So, para malaman natin kung ilang water ba talaga yung present at 1.5 cubic meter, i-times natin lang natin to ng 1.5 cubic meter. Okay, which is equivalent to 2.19 kilonewton. Okay, so ang weight ng water present at the soil sample, which is equivalent to 1.5 cubic meter of soil, moist soil, ang weight ng water niya present is 2.19 kilonewton. Okay? So, take note, yung aim natin is to solve the volume of water in the soil sample. Okay? So, di ba may formula tayo dito? No? Unit weight ng water is equal to weight ng water, okay, divided by volume ng water. Okay? So, kung volume ng water siya, yung kunin natin, ito yung gamitin natin. Okay? Rearrange lang natin to. Okay? Which is equal to 2.19. Okay, that is the weight of water. Okay, divided by 9.81 kilonewton per cubic meter. Okay, unit weight ng water, constant to, 9.81 kilonewton per cubic meter. So, ang answer natin is 0.223 cubic meter. Okay, diba same lang? Okay, so, pick lang kayo ng anong solution yung gusto nyo. Basta ang sisiguruhan lang natin yung alam natin yung paano siya solvin. Okay? Or alam nyo yung concept niya. Okay, gets nyo? Okay, so mag-sample problem number 2 naman tayo. Okay, sample problem number 2 naman tayo. Okay, for a given soil sample, it has a specific gravity of 2.74 and a moisture content of 16.6%. Okay? And a moist unit weight of 20.6 kilonewton per cubic meter. Okay? Compute the porosity of soil sample, that the question A. Question B. Compute the buoyant unit weight of soil sample. Okay? C is compute the weight of water in kilonewton to be added per cubic meter of soil for 90% degree of saturation. Okay? So, una natin solvein to yung A. Okay? Solvein natin sa A. Okay? Solution. Okay? How to solve? Given mo na tayo. Okay, so we have the specific gravity is equal to 2.74. Moisture content niya is 16.6%. Moist unit weight niya is equal to 20.6 kilonewton per cubic meter. Okay, ang aim natin is to compute the porosity of soil sample. And we know that the porosity is equal to E over 1 plus E. Okay, kung may void ratio lang tayo, masasolve natin yung porosity niya. Okay, how to solve the void ratio first? Okay, so in the moist unit weight, may ganitong formula. So, which is equal to moist unit weight is equal to GS plus GSMC divided by 1 plus E times unit weight of water. Okay, and then we know that moist is 20.6 is equal to 2.74 plus 2.74 plus moisture content is equal to 0.166 times divided by 1 plus E times 9.81. Okay? So, solvein natin to. Okay? What is the value of void ratio? Okay, so 20.6 is equal to 2.74 plus 2.74 times 0.166 divided by 1 plus x times 9.81. Okay, solve natin. Okay, input lang tayo ng 0.5, no? Para may clue siya. So therefore, our void ratio is equal to 0.5 to 1.4. Okay, 0.5 to 1.4. Okay, so therefore, our void ratio is 0.5 to 1.4. Okay, so and then we know that the porosity is equal to E over 1 plus E, which is equivalent to 0.5214 over 1 plus 0.5214, which is equal to 0.3427 in percent, that is 34.27%. Take note, no? Yung porosity talaga is in terms into percent. Unless nag-record si problem na in decimal form. Pero kung hindi siya naka-indicate in decimal form in percent, always in percent to. Okay? Always in percent to. Okay, nakuha nyo? Okay. So, B, no? How to solve the buoyant unit weight? Okay, we know that the buoyant unit weight is equal to unit weight saturated minus unit weight ng water. Okay, ito yung gamitin ko. Okay, ito yung gamitin ko. Okay, dalawang formula to ha. Okay, okay lang yung pangalawang gamitin natin, pero ito yung isi-select ko muna. Okay, unahin natin solvein yung unit weight saturated na soil, which is equal to GS plus E divided by 1 plus E times unit weight ng water. Okay? So, we have 2.74 plus 0.5214 divided by 1 plus 0.5214 times 9.81. That is equivalent to 21.03 kilonewton per cubic meter. Okay? That is the saturated unit weight of a soil. And then, the buoyant unit weight is equal to saturated is 21.03 minus unit weight ng water, which is equivalent to 9.81 kilonewton per cubic meter, which is equivalent to 11.22 kilonewton per cubic meter. And this will be our answer. Okay, gets nyo? Okay, so C, no? How to solve C? Okay, arrange na natin to, no? So, weight of water to be added per cubic meter of soil. Okay? So, ito yung void ratio niya. And then the porosity. Okay? Na-solve na natin to. Okay? Needed natin to solve part C. Okay? So, may dalawang solution ako dito. Okay? Ang unang solution isi-show ko is analysis per analysis basis. No? So, ito yung gawin natin. Okay, so para alam natin yung 'di ba yung question niya is compute the weight of water in kilonewton to be added per cubic meter of soil sample for 90% degree of saturation. So ang meaning nito is ilang weight ba ng water ang i-add natin para ma-approach niya yung 90% degree of saturation. Okay? Yun yung explanation nito. Okay? So, ang first step natin is kailangan natin solvein muna kung in natural state niya. Okay? Ito yung natural state niya, which is equivalent to moist unit weight is 20.6. So, ilang degree of saturation ba yung natural unit weight na soil. Okay? So, first step natin is to solve the natural degree of saturation or in situ natural degree of saturation. Okay, so using GSMC is equal to SE, we have 2.74 times 0.166. Okay, this is the moisture content is equal to S times 0.5214. Okay, so therefore, the degree of saturation, okay, at natural state. Okay, take note. This is the natural state of the soil. This is the natural the degree of saturation in natural state, which is equivalent to 0.8723 or equivalent to 87.23%. Okay? So, ang question niya is ilang weight ng water para from 87.23% ma-achieve niya yung 90% degree of saturation. Okay? So, let volume of water to be added is equal, let VW to be added is equal to volume of water to be added per cubic meter of soil. Okay? And then, we know that volume of water to be added is equal to volume of water final minus volume of water initial. Okay? So, kung masolve natin yung volume ng water at 90% degree of saturation, and then the volume of water initial means the volume of water at 87.23% degree of saturation. Okay? Kung isa-subtract natin yan, no? Yan yung volume of water to be added niya. Okay? Gets niyo? Okay, so ito yon. So the degree of saturation, the degree of saturation is equal to volume of water divided by volume of water, volume of voids. Okay? So ang aim natin is to solve the specific volume of water in final and initial. Okay? And then take note, may degree of saturation na tayo. Sa final, 90%, and the degree of saturation in initial, that is equivalent to 87.23%. This is 87.23%. Okay? Okay, so therefore, the volume of water is equal to S times VV. No? Okay, so how to solve the volume of voids? Okay, because we have S already, no? So, how to solve the volume of voids? So, porosity is equal to volume of voids divided by the total volume. Okay? So, therefore, 0.3427 divided by is equal to volume of voids divided by 1. Okay, bakit may 1 dito? Okay? So, bakit may 1 dito? So, ang aim natin dito is mag-assume lang tayo muna in every 1 cubic meter of soil. Because, yung question niya is compute the weight of water in kilonewton to be added, okay? Per cubic meter of soil. Okay? So, therefore, mag-assume tayo na ang total volume niya is equivalent to 1 cubic meter of soil. Okay, gets nyo? So, therefore, the volume of voids in every 1 cubic meter, that is equivalent to 0.3427 cubic meter. Okay? So, therefore, we can now solve the specific volume of water with respect to the degree of saturation nila. Okay, so therefore, the volume of water final is equal to 0.90, okay, times the volume point is 0.3427 is equal to 0.3084 cubic meter. Okay, that is the volume of water final, no? And then the volume of water initial, okay, so 0.8723 times 0.3427 is equal to 0.2989 cubic meter. Okay? And then, the volume of water to be added is equal to, okay, 0.3084 minus 2989 is equivalent to 0.0095 cubic meter. So, ito yung volume of water, okay? Ito yung volume of water na dapat nating i-add, okay? Para yung degree of saturation niya is from 87 to 23% to 90% degree of saturation para ma-aim natin yun. Okay, so ito yung volume of water na i-add natin. Pero take note, yung question niya is to compute the weight of water in kilonewton. Okay, so convert muna natin to. Okay, so therefore, weight ng water is equal to, okay, unit weight ng water times volume of water para ma-weight in terms of weight siya. Okay, so weight of water to be added is equal to 9.81 times 0.0095. Okay, is equivalent to 0.00932 kilonewton. And this will be our answer. Okay, nakuha nyo? Nakuha nyo? Okay, so alternative solution tayo, no? So may another way siya which is lesser solution lang. Okay, pero needed talaga na mag-analyze tayo. Okay, so Okay, another solution. Okay? Uh, ito yung answer natin, 0.0932 kilonewton. So, okay, so another solution, no? Okay, so another solution. So same lang din, no? So assume na tayo na VW slash to be added is equivalent to volume of water to be added per cubic meter of soil. Okay? So we know that volume of water to be added is equal to unit weight ng moist at 90% degree of saturation minus moist unit weight ng moist in natural state, or meaning NC2 is in natural state na soil. Okay? So na-explain ko muna to. Explain ko muna to. Okay? Yung moist unit weight niya, is equal to 20.6 kilonewton per cubic meter. Okay? So take note, yung soil natin is moist. Okay? Take note, yung soil natin is moist. Okay? So explain ko muna kung ano to. Okay? So in every 1 cubic meter of soil, there is equivalent 20.6 kilonewton of a moist soil. Okay? Of a moist soil. Sa natural state to. Okay? Ito yung moist in natural state niya. Okay? Meaning, in every 1 cubic meter of soil, there is equivalent 20.6 kilonewton. Okay? This is equivalent 20.6 kilonewton. And then, we know that the moist soil, kung in terms into mass or weight, ang weight na i-consider lang niya is yung weight ng solids, particles, and weight ng water. Okay? So, okay na to, no? Okay na to. Okay, so ang gawin natin is kunin muna natin yung moist unit weight at 90% degree of saturation niya. 'Di ba yung degree of saturation dito is 87.23%. Okay? The degree of saturation ng moist soil sa 20.6 kilonewton per cubic meter, that is equivalent to 87.23% degree of saturation. So, ang next lang natin gawin is to solve the moist unit weight at 90% degree of saturation. So, ito yung gawin natin. Okay, so the moist unit weight is equal to GS plus SE over 1 plus E times unit weight of water. Okay? So, which is equivalent to, unit weight ng moist at 90% degree of saturation is equal to 2.74 plus, ang S na gamitan natin is 0.9. Okay? Ito yung solve natin. Okay? Because we know that the moist unit weight is meron na tayo which is 20.6. No? So 2.74 plus 0.9 times 0.5214 divided by 1 plus 0.5214 times 9.81. Okay, so therefore that is equivalent to 20.6933 kilonewton per cubic meter. Okay, that is the moist unit weight at the degree at 90% degree of saturation. Okay? Kung degree of saturation niya is from greater than 0 and less than 1, that will represent the moist unit weight of soil. Kung S niya is equivalent to 1, that represent saturated unit weight. Okay? Kung S niya is 0, that represent the dry unit weight of soil. Okay, gets nyo? Okay, so, the weight of water to be added is equal to 20.6933 minus 20.6 kilonewton per cubic meter. Okay, kung isa-subtract natin to ng from this unit weight to this unit weight, ang matitira lang talaga is ang volume of water per cubic meter. Okay, volume of water to be added per cubic meter of soil. Okay? So therefore, this is the volume of water is 0.933 kilonewton per cubic meter. Okay? So ang question niya is compute the weight of water in kilonewton to be added per cubic meter of soil. So ang gawin natin is the weight ng water to be added is equal to 0.0933 times lang natin to ng 1 cubic meter. Okay? And that will be equivalent to 0.0933 kilonewton. Okay? So, same lang to. No? Na may discrepancy lang tayo because na-ground off tayo eh. Pero kung hindi tayo na-ground off, eksakto. Eksakto. Okay? Gets nyo? So, select lang kayo kung anong solution gusto nyo. Okay? Okay, so next. Okay pa ba? No? Okay pa ba? Okay, so sample problem 1.3, no? Okay, so third problem. Okay, ito yung third problem natin. In its natural condition, a soil sample has a mass of 2,390 grams and a volume of 1.18 times 10 to the power of negative 3 cubic meter. After being completely dried in an oven, the mass of the sample is 2,086 grams. The value of GS, or specific gravity of solid particles, for the soil is equal to 2.69. Determine the bulk density in kilogram per cubic meter. Okay, question B. Determine the water content in percent. Okay? And third is determine the air content in percent. Okay? So, una tayo sa A. Okay? So, solution. Okay, so the bulk density in kilogram per cubic meter, ang bulk density niya, meaning, the bulk density is the moist density of a soil. Okay, or bulk density, that is represent to the natural density of a soil. Okay, natural niya, natural state of soil niya. Okay? So therefore, the density of a moist is equal to mass ng moist divided by the total volume. Okay? Kay density man to, okay, hindi na to weight. In terms to, mass na to. Kasi density ito eh. Okay? So therefore, the density of moist soil, okay, is equal to mass ng moist divided by the total volume. Okay? Take note that, okay, ang mass ng moist soil, ito yung mass ng moist soil niya, is 2,390 grams. Okay? I-convert lang natin to into kilogram. Okay? So, therefore, 2,390, i-divide lang natin to ng 1,000 grams. Okay? Para makilogram ito. Okay? Divided by 1.18 times 10 to the power of negative 3. This is the total volume of a soil. Okay? Which is, ang answer natin sa bulk density niya is equal to 2,025.42 kilogram per cubic meter. Okay? So, ito yung answer natin. Okay? Okay, how about the water content in percent? No? Determine the water content in percent. Okay, so dito yung given niya is in terms into mass. Okay, masyado nang masakit yung lalamunan ko, no? Sige, ititiisin ko na lang, no? Okay, so moisture content is equal to mass ng moist minus mass na solids divided by mass mass na solids. Okay? Tapos ko nang i-explain kung kung anong formula ito ha. Sa previous problem na explain ko na to. Okay? So moisture content is equal to mass ng moist over mass ng solids. This is represent the mass of water. Okay? This represent the mass of water divided by the mass of solids. Okay? So therefore, okay, therefore the mass of moist, this is equivalent to mass of moist, which is equivalent to 2390 grams minus, okay, minkag oven, after being completely dried, okay, in an oven, the mass of the sample is 2086 grams. Meaning dried soil siya, no? Kung dry na siya, yung in terms into mass, ang i-consider lang natin is yung mass ng solid particles. Wala na yung water. Kasi completely dried na siya eh. No? So therefore, ang equation natin is magkaganito. No? 2390 minus 2086 divided by 2086. No? So, moisture content, which is equivalent to 0.1457. Or, in percent, that is equivalent to 14.57%. Okay? And then C, determine the air content in percent. Okay? Determine the air content in percent. Meaning, air content in percent, meaning air content is what is the percent of air to its total volume, which is equivalent to volume of air divided by the total volume. Okay? Huwag kayong malito ha. Kasi baka ganito yung gawin nyo. Volume of air divided by the volume of voids. Okay? This is not represent the air content. Air content meaning the volume of air divided by the total volume, not the total volume of voids, no? Okay, gets nyo? Okay, so next step natin. Una tayo is kailangan ng plano tayo, no? Hindi pwedeng hindi, no? Okay, so we have the total volume is equal to 1.18 times 10 to the power of negative 3 cubic meter. So, okay na to. Okay, okay na to siya. Okay na ito. So, para masolve natin yung air content niya, okay, kulang tayo ng volume of air. Okay? So, ang aim natin is how to solve the volume of air. Okay, paano solvin to? Okay? So, paano solvin to, no? We know that the volume of air is equal to the volume of voids minus volume of water. Okay? Diba, ang volume of voids is composed ng dalawa. Okay? Take note. Ang volume of water and the volume of air. That represent the volume of voids. Okay? And then, take note. Yung soil sample niya in natural state is in moist state to. Okay? Okay, so, okay, next. Okay, so how to solve the volume of air? So kailangan lang natin ng volume of voids minus volume of water. Okay? Okay, so para ma-solve natin yung volume of voids, kailangan natin solvein yung porosity niya. Okay? Para ma-solve natin yung porosity, kailangan ma-solve natin muna yung void ratio. Okay? And then, na-solve na natin yung density ng moist soil niya, which is equivalent to 2025.42. Okay, so density of moist is equal to GS plus GSMC over 1 plus E times density of water. Okay? Ito yung formula ng moist soil kung density siya. Okay? Kung moist, gawin lang yun yung palitan lang nyo muna to ng moist ng unit weight. Okay? Pero kung in terms ng density, density talaga. Okay? So yung solution natin is 2025.42 is equal to 2.69. Okay? This is our specific gravity, no? 2.69 plus 2.69 times the moisture content. Moisture content is equivalent to 0.1457. Okay, divided by 1 plus E times the density of water. Density of water is equivalent to 1,000 kg per cubic meter. Okay, so solvein natin. Okay, solvein natin, no? Okay, so 2025.42 is equal to 2.69 plus 2.69 times 0.1457 over 1 plus E times 1,000. Okay? So, assume lang tayo, no? 0.4 baka. Okay, so therefore, yung void ratio niya is 0.5216. Okay, 0.5216. So, yung void ratio niya is 0.5216. Okay? So, how to solve the porosity? We know that the porosity is equal to E over 1 plus E. Okay, so therefore, yung porosity niya is 0.5216 divided by 1 plus 0.5216. This is equivalent to 0.3428. Okay? And then, ang aim natin is to solve the volume of voids. Okay? Ito yung solvein muna natin. Okay? Kasi kulang tayo ng volume of voids ang volume of water. Pero, solvein muna natin yung volume of voids niya. Okay? So, therefore, the porosity is equal to the volume of voids divided by the total volume. Okay? Take note that the total volume is 1.18 times 10 to the power negative 3 cubic meter. Okay, so therefore, that the volume of voids is equal to 0.3428 is equal to volume of voids divided by 1.18 times 10 to the power negative 3. Okay, so therefore, the volume of voids of the soil is equal to 4.045 times 10 to the negative 4 cubic meter. Okay, so ito yung volume of voids niya. Okay, gets nyo? Okay, hindi pa tayo tapos ha. Hindi pa tayo tapos. Malayo pa tayo. Okay? So, i-arrange ko lang, no? Para masigo siya. Okay? Okay, arrange ko lang. Okay? Wala akong nabago dyan. Okay? In-arrange ko lang siya. Okay? So, dito tayo naputol. So, dito tayo magsisimula. Okay? So, next. Okay? So, yung aim natin is okay na to siya. Okay na to. Ang volume of water is okay na. Okay? Yung kulang na lang natin para masolve natin yung volume of air is how to solve the volume of water. Okay? So, solvein muna natin to. Okay? How to solve the volume of water. Okay? So, ito yung gawin natin. So, volume of water is equal to mass ng water divided by the density of water. Okay? The density of water. Okay? And we know that the mass of water, okay? Mass of water is equal to mass ng moist, okay, mass ng moist minus mass ng solids, okay, divided by 1,000, okay, explain ko muna to para hindi malito, no, okay, so, mass ng water niya is equivalent to mass ng water, okay, that is equivalent to mass ng water is equal to mass ng moist minus mass ng solids. Okay? So, mass ng moist is equal to 2390 minus 2086 ng mass ng solids. Okay? So, this term, this is represent as the mass of water. Okay? And then take note that this ang unit ito is in terms into grams. Okay, in terms into grams. So, kung kung i-convert ko siya into kilogram, so therefore, i-divide ko muna siya ng 1,000. Okay, so that's why mayroong divided by 1,000 dito. 1 divided by 1,000 grams. Okay, divided by the density of water. Okay, the density of water. Okay, and then we know that the density of water is equal to 1,000 kg per cubic meter. Okay, so therefore, ang unit ito is in kilogram, okay, divided by 1,000 cubic meter, 1,000, this is 1,000 kilogram per cubic meter. Okay, so cancel to. Okay, so therefore cancel yung kilogram, and ito naman matatransfer dito. Okay? So ang formula, maiiwan na lang yung unit is in cubic meter. Okay, gets nyo? Okay, so therefore the volume of water is equal to 3.04 times 10 to the power of negative 4 cubic meter. Okay? So, 3.04 times 10 to the negative 4 cubic meter. Okay? Ito yung volume of water niya. Okay? So, now we can solve now the volume of air. Okay? So, from equation 1, from dito, okay? So, volume of air is equal to volume of voids minus volume of water. Okay? Which is equivalent to 4.045 times 10 to the negative 4. That is represent the volume of voids. Okay, this is the volume of voids minus the volume of water, which is equivalent to 3.04 times 10 negative 4, and then the volume of air, that is equivalent to 1.005 times 10 to negative 4 cubic meter. Okay, and then we can now solve the air content of the soil. Okay, so therefore the volume of air is equal to 1.005 times 10 to negative 4 divided by the volume of the total volume, which is equal to 1.18 times 10 to the negative 3, okay? And then, air content will be equivalent to 0.0852, or in percent, that is 8.52%. And this will be our answer. Okay? And this will be our answer. Okay? So, yan yung solution pag magmano-mano talaga. Okay? Pero mayroong alternative solution siya. Okay? Pero formula based na to. Okay? Formula based na to siya. Okay? So, alternative solution. Okay? So, alternative solution tayo. Okay? So, ito yung answer natin. No? 8.52%, which is ang air content niya. Okay? Moisture content is 57%. Na-solve na natin to kanina. And then, the void ratio is 0.5216. The porosity is 0.3428. Okay, na-solve na natin to. Okay? Gamitin natin to solve the air content in percent. Okay, so, to solve the air content in percent, may formula ito. Okay? Ito yung formula niya. Air content, or tinatawag tayo na air void ratio, which is equal to N times 1 minus S. Okay? So, ito yung formula ng air content niya. Okay? We have the porosity already, no? So, okay na eh. Okay na to yung porosity. Okay? Ang kulang na lang niya para ma-solve natin yung air content is how to solve the degree of saturation. Is how to solve this one. Okay? So, from the relation of GSMC is equal to SE. Okay? So, we have 2.69. This is our specific gravity. This is the specific gravity of a soil, soil particles. And then, the moisture content, this is the moisture content, which 0.1457 is equal to the degree of saturation times the void ratio is 0.5216. So, therefore, the degree of saturation is 0.714. Okay? 0.714. And then, therefore, the air content is 0.3428 times 1 minus 0. Okay, bakit nagkaganon to? Check ko muna yun. Hindi to, sayop to. Error to. Sorry no. Error to. This is the degree of saturation. Not, okay. Sayop yung substitute ko. Okay, so air content is 0.3428 okay, times 1 minus degree of saturation is equal to 0.714. Okay? So, hindi ito ha. Okay? Hindi ito. Okay? Check ko muna to kung tama ba yung answer natin. 0.3428 times 1 minus 0.7514. Okay, ang answer natin is 0.852. Okay, 0.0852. Okay, take note, 0.0852. So, therefore, our content is equal to 0.0852. Okay, so okay lang yung answer natin. Okay, yung mistake lang natin is hindi natin na-change yung porosity. Okay, hindi to porosity, degree of saturation to. Okay, na-gets ko? Okay, so therefore, the air content is equivalent to 8.52%. Okay? At same lang din. Okay, that is equal. Okay? So, kuha nyo? No? Nakuha ba? Okay, so, yun yung alternative solution niya. Okay. So, take note. By Friday, mag-submit kayo ng how to derive this formula. Okay, how to derive this formula. So, sa assignment number 1 nyo, include nyo ito. I-derive nyo ito. I-try i-derive nyo ito. Okay? This will be your assignment number 1 last problem. Okay? I-derive nyo ito. Okay? Kuha nyo? Okay, so last problem tayo, no? So last problem tayo. So problem 1.4. Okay, how about ito? Ito na yung last, no? So the moist unit weight and the degree of saturation degree of saturation of a soil are given in the following table. Okay? Unit weight or in terms unit is kilonewton per cubic meter. And the second column is the degree of saturation. And then the unit weight is equal to 16.64 kilonewton per cubic meter. May degree of saturation siya na 50%. And then, kung unit weight niya is 17.73 kilonewton per cubic meter, may degree of saturation siya na 75%. Okay? Ang yung tanong is determine the specific gravity of soil. Okay? So, yung tanong is how to solve GS. Okay? So, how to solve this one? Okay, solution. Okay, so we know that the moist unit weight, okay? Moist unit weight yung gamitin natin. Because tingnan niyo yung degree of saturation niya. 50% at 75%. Therefore, the soil state is in degree of saturation because greater than 0 yung percent niya and less than 100%. Okay, so therefore the soil is in moist. Okay, kuha nyo? Okay, so therefore the unit weight of moist is equal to GS plus SE over 1 plus E. Okay, so unahin natin to. Okay, substitute natin to. Okay? Substitute natin to. Okay, so ang moist natin, moist unit weight is given. Okay, ito. Ang JS natin is unknown. Okay? Unknown to. And the degree of saturation natin is given. Okay? And then the void ratio niya is unknown rin. Okay, so therefore, ilang unknown to? Dalawa. Isa, and ito is pangalawa. The void ratio. Okay? So, therefore, may two unknowns tayo. Okay? To solve two unknowns, kailangan tayo magka-come up ng dalawang equation para ma-solve natin to. Okay? Para ma-solve natin to, yung GS niya. Okay? Take note, no? Yung given sa table is dalawang properties siya. Okay? Ito, 16.64 and then 17.73. So therefore, kung kung magamit tayo ng itong formula, then sa substitute natin to yung dalawang given niya. So therefore, makakome up tayo ng dalawang equation. So therefore, we can solve now the GS. Okay, so una muna tayo, no? Una muna tayo sa 16.64. So 16.64 is equal to GS plus degree of saturation niya is 50% times the void ratio divided by 1 plus E times 9.81. Okay? So, simplify natin to. No? So, 16.64, i-divide ko siya ng 9.81. Okay? So, i-transfer ko siya. Okay? I-transfer ko siya dito. No? Okay? I-transfer, 9.81, i-transfer ko dyan. So, therefore, mag-divide ako ng mag-divide ako ng 9.81. So, magkakaganito yung equation natin. Okay? So, therefore, GS plus 0.5E, okay, ito yon, okay, is equal to 16.64 divided by 9.81, that is equivalent to 1.6962. Okay? And then, i-times natin dito, okay, i-times natin dito, i-times 1 plus E. So, ito yung formula natin. And let that be equation 2. Simplify muna natin, no? So, transfer natin sa kabila yung 0.5E. So, therefore, our GS will be 0 is equal to 1.6962 times 1 plus E minus 0.5E. Okay? So, let this be our equation number 1. Okay? So, next is to solve natin yung pangalawang solution, pangalawang equation para ma-solve natin yung GS. Okay? So, therefore, moist unit weight is equal to GS plus SE over 1 plus E. No? Nakalimutan yung unit weight ng water. Okay? Nakalimutan yung unit weight ng water. Okay? So, therefore, okay, so 17.73, okay, that is the moist unit weight at 75 degree of saturation, which is 17.73 is equal to GS plus 0.75 times E over 1 plus E times 9.81. Okay, simplify natin. So, therefore, GS plus 0.5E, ito yon. And then, ito, cross-multiply ito, and ito dito, no? So, GS plus 0.75E is equal to 17.73. Divide ko siya ng 9.81. That is equivalent to 1.8073. Okay? And then, times 1 plus E. So, ito yon. So, 1.8073 times 1 plus E. Okay, so simplify ko. Okay, simplify ko siya. So, GS is equal to 1.8073 times 1 plus E minus 0.75E. Okay, and that will be our equation 2. Okay, so that will be our equation 2. So, ang next gawin natin is substitute natin. Okay, substitute equation number 1 to equation number 2. Okay, so substitute lang natin ito. Okay, so substitute natin yung equation number 1 dito. Okay? So, substitute natin. Okay? So, calculator muna ako. No? So, hindi nakita, no? Hindi nakita. Okay? Hindi nakita. Is tingnan muna natin to. So 1.6962, okay, 1.6962 times 1 plus E minus 0.5E, okay, this is 1.6962 times 1 plus E, okay, 1 plus E plus 0.5E, okay, sakto ba yun? So 1.6962 times 1 plus E, okay, 1.6962 times 1 plus E plus 0. Minus 0.5E, okay, okay, so is equal to, okay, 1.6962 0.8073 times 1 plus E minus 0.75 E. Okay, so shift solve tayo. Okay, so assume tayo ng 0.5 lang. So, therefore, our answer will be 0.799856. Okay, so tingnan natin, no? So, ito yung equation niya. And then, our answer will be 0.8. Okay, so tingnan natin. 0.799856. Oh. So, round off lang tayo ng 0.80. Okay, so may void ratio na tayo. Okay, so yung aim natin is to determine the specific gravity of solids. Okay? So, from equation 1, gamitin natin yung equation 1. So, therefore, GS is equal to 1.6962 times 1 plus 0.8, okay, minus 0.5 times 0.8. Okay? From equation yan. And then, from equation 1 yan. And then, GS will be 2.65. And that will be our answer. Okay? Gets nyo lahat? Okay, gets nyo? Okay, so next tayo is sit-work kayo. Okay, take note. Kailangan masubmit nyo ito by before the end of the class schedule. Okay, kailangan masubmit nyo ito before 12 noon in the afternoon. Okay, so ito yung setwork problem 1.1 and dito naman setwork problem 1.2. 1.2 to. Okay. 1.2 to. Okay? So therefore, problem 1.1, problem 1.2. Okay? So okay na tayo. Okay, so that will be the end of part 2, no? So may part 3 pa ito. Okay? So, the end of part 2. So, thank you for watching, no? The end na tayo. So, salamat po sa lahat. Okay? Thank you.